Good day. So we're talking about the epidemiology of HIV in terms of the Philippine HIV epidemic. Our objectives are to improve the insights on the current status of the Philippine HIV epidemic. And as of July 2018, there were already 57,134 reported cases of HIV. And most of them, 90% of them, are male, and it is increasingly younger, as far as the age group of 15 to 24 years old comprises 30% of all reported cases of HIV. As of July 2018, we would have 31 cases of HIV diagnosed per day. And as far as the proportion by region, where we are now, Region 7, is still within the highest 5 regions in the country with the highest prevalence for HIV. And the number of HIV cases diagnosed per region, we are still number 3. As far as the number of antiretroviral treatment initiation per month, it is still increasing per month. However, it's still not enough because 50% are still lost to follow-up and not on antiretroviral drugs. And you see here that the increase in the number of newly diagnosed cases really increased exponentially. Hence, we have to discuss the statistics to be able to find ways and solutions to address this epidemic. If you can see here that the sexual contact mode of transmission still has the highest number of HIV cases diagnosed, followed by sharing of needles, and lastly, through mother-to-child transmission. Through among children and adolescents, many still come from males having sex with males, and only 7% are from mother-to-child transmission. Among overseas Filipino workers, there is still an exponential increase in the number of HIV diagnosed cases. And as far as those who engage in transactional sex, those who accepted payment for sex and paid for sex and engaged in both, you will see here that the age of these individuals being diagnosed with HIV is still from very young, 14 years old, all the way up to 79 years old. As far as pregnant women, upon diagnosis, you can see from this graph that majority are 15 to 24 years old, with a few number having coming from the 35 to 49 years old. Hence, we really should recommend testing among pregnant women. For those deaths occurring among people with HIV, you can see that more of them are male, and most of those who died of HIV-related causes are within the 25 to 34-year-old age range. And you can see that many of them got HIV from male-to-male sex, both during the month of July and cumulatively from January 1984 up to the present. I will end with this slide because I say that HIV will end with me with all of the efforts that we are doing. The man is HIV positive and got his HIV from both of his parents who were both HIV positive. So he has gotten HIV and has lived with it since birth and has been taking antiretroviral drugs since then. He has met his one true love who was HIV negative and has remained HIV negative despite her 3 pregnancies and delivered HIV negative beautiful children. So having a negative family can be the most positive thing in your life. So the risk is not knowing, so we have to get tested because right now the Philippine HIV epidemic is fast and furious.